So you have a word, now you get a tool. Buckminster Fuller famously said, if you want to teach people a new way of thinking, don't bother trying to teach them. Instead, give them a tool, the use of which will lead to a new way of thinking. What I'm going to give you now is a tool. And by understanding this really simple tool, you will accelerate how you pick up personal growth across the world. It will help you better pick up new ideas from podcasts and books and Mind Valley Quest programs and integrate them with who you are. The tool is called consciousness engineering. And it's literally as telegraphic as the name suggests. It's about how to rapidly engineer your consciousness. You've been following me up to now. You'll start to understand that our minds are kind of mushy, and we take on beliefs, we take on practices, we take on rules based on indoctrination. But just like other people can infect your mind, you can hack your own mind and improve the way you show up in the world and the way you function. So let me use my iPhone to illustrate. This is an iPhone. And like any computer, the iPhone is made up of two things. Hardware, which is the glass screen, the components within the phone, and software, the apps that I download to make the phone work. Without the software, the hardware isn't of much use, and vice versa. Now, our minds are rather like that. Our minds have a hardware and our minds have a software. Let me explain. The hardware of our minds is our beliefs, and the software of our minds are our daily practices. So if you have a computer and you want to upgrade your computer, there are two ways to do it. If you want to make your computer better, you might upgrade the hardware. You might take out your smaller hard drive and install a hard drive with more memory. That's a hardware upgrade. Likewise, if you want to upgrade your mind, you could actually take out a bad belief and install a more empowering belief. The concept of the culturescape, the concept of rules, they help you identify beliefs that might be holding you back. And consciousness engineering helps you install new beliefs. Now, the other way to upgrade your computer is to upgrade the software. So you could install a new version of your favorite app. That would be a software upgrade. Likewise, in your mind, you can install a new way of doing the things that you need to do on a daily basis. Think about the things you do every day. You have breakfast in a certain way, you exercise in a certain way, you sleep, you meditate in a certain way, you make love in a certain way, you read in a certain way, you do your work in a certain way. But the problem is, for most people, these certain ways stay the same for years and years and years. When you understand consciousness engineering, you understand that every aspect of how you run your day can be improved. There are new systems, new practices where you can get better exercise in less time, where you can do more work, more creative work with less stress, where you can sleep better and get more sleep in a given time frame by accessing deeper states of sleep, where you can meditate and create elevated states of being, where you can optimize breakfast so you feel completely energized and fueled throughout the day. Almost everything that you do in life can be upgraded as a system. Yet most of us don't. Most of us stay stuck to the same beliefs and the same systems as we did 5 to 10 years ago. The purpose of personal growth is to constantly evolve ourselves by examining the beliefs in our head and replacing this with empowering beliefs, and examining how we run our day, the practices we put in place, and upgrading these practices. So in the next videos, we're going to examine these two ideas. We're going to look at beliefs, or as I call them, your models of reality. What are the models of reality that you have taken on that create how you function in the world? You see, models of reality are really fascinating. So our world is created by our beliefs. But when you change these beliefs, the world and the way you experience the world will actually change. And there's increasing scientific evidence for it. This is not just metaphysical thinking. The second thing is, many of us fail to understand that our systems for how we function in a day can be constantly upgraded. For example, growing up, you may have believed that exercise looked a certain way, or that meditation looked a certain way, or that eating and fueling yourself looked a certain way. But as humanity progresses, different visionaries, different inventors and scientists and creative people and writers develop new means of functioning in the world. And you want to constantly be able to learn and incorporate these new ideas into yourself so you become better at being you. These are what I call systems of living. Consciousness engineering, therefore, is being acutely aware of your models of reality or your beliefs and your systems for living and constantly upgrading both so you become the best version of you. In the next two videos, we're going to be looking at models of reality and systems for living. Understanding these two ideas will help you make sense of all the other ideas you are taking on in personal growth. Every time you listen to a mentor, or every time you read an autobiography, or every time you listen to a Mind Valley Quest or a podcast, you're able to go, wow, I like that man or woman's belief. I want to take that on. Or wow, that system looks good. I want to put in a new system. And I will teach you how to do this in the most effective way.